We are entering a new paradigm in consciousness. And the people who want to step into this new paradigm are going to accelerate very quickly in their spiritual evolution. Particularly, I'm focused on the fact that Neptune in Pisces is kind of activating us and aligning us with all the other dimensional laws that exist in the universe. Laws that we can't measure in the third dimensional plane. Some of these laws, in particular, pertain to affirmations and the power that our thought patterns have in manifesting in our world. Now, we can't measure this with equipment yet, but more and more people are beginning to understand that what we think and what we say and what we focus our energy on tends to manifest in our life. And so we want to be saying what we want to happen as opposed to what we don't want. We want to begin by focusing all of our thoughts on the positive. And then we want to take responsibility for this. For example, what you don't want to say is what you fear. Instead, what you want to focus on is what you want to bring about in your life. Because affirmations are what you believe and you give your energy to manifesting in your life. One of the first things I always say to people is to create a value for this. Actually measure it in your mind. Link that value, because then when you say something, you're going to know that you just accomplished something important in your life. Many people get stuck when they come to the task of actually creating the affirmation. Finding the right words is a big deal. So I want to share with you some of the things that have worked really well for me. First, you always say affirmations as if it's already happening. You don't want to say it in the future, like, someday I want to be married. Instead, you want to say, right now I am attracting my perfect soulmate marriage partner. Right now, this is so in my life. You can feel the difference in that. But there are some other little tricks I've found along the way. One thing is, if you are really understanding you have a particular pattern in your life and it's not a pattern you want. Maybe you've had a history of attracting people into your life with no integrity. Maybe you've had a history of attracting people into your life who take advantage of you, or who lie, or who never come through with what they're saying they're going to do. Whatever it happens to be, if you want to release that, and you've acknowledged it is a pattern, then you have to create a new kind of thinking. And the way I usually phrase that is I'll start off with saying, from this point on, I am now attracting people with integrity. And the reason I do that is because if it's a long-term pattern and I start off right away with saying, I am now attracting people with integrity, there's a part of my consciousness that's not going to believe that at all because I haven't manifested it yet. But when I say, from this point on, that helps me say, okay, I acknowledge that in the past this hasn't been true, but I'm drawing a line in the sand, and from this point on in my life, I move forward with this new pattern. It makes a difference emotionally to me because ultimately what you're trying to do is to create a belief that is clear and absolute, that's in alignment with the new reality that you want to manifest. So remember what I've said so far. And please make a note, I didn't say don't forget. I said remember. Because what that's illustrating is I'm saying what I want, not what I don't want. So remember what we've covered so far, which is finding the wording for your affirmations is critical, but it's not anything to be afraid of. Just say what you will believe in a positive way in the present moment as if it's already yours or happening right now. You're dealing with other dimensional laws, and I know sometimes it takes a leap of faith, but you will find it works very quickly. And also I suggest you try out the phrase, from this point on. Make that a clear statement and use a command voice when you do it. There's no wiggle room. From this point on. I know that for some of you this is new territory. However, I also absolutely believe you will be extremely successful in this. Affirmations work. There is no doubt about it. Have fun. I look forward to talking to you again in the next segment. Thank you. I'm Kathy Rose.